the one other was Angie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Angie.
goodness. I
Hmm.
love you two just took it. Angie, when she came in, her personality was like
It's big.
boom.
It's big. Yeah. And it's
Yes.
wonderful.
I
It's wonderful.
and she made me laugh. Just her being her, I laughed.
And you know what, Tori? She's like that all the time.
I wouldn't
That's
put
who
it
she
past her.
is. She's like that all the time. Yeah.
Wow. And she just so genuine, like, oh my goodness. But when you came in, your personality, like your appearance, you are so beautiful.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah. When you
Wait
I'm telling you, when you came in that night, I looked and I was like, oh wow. Like you are so beautiful. My daughter and I was looking, your skin, like you are so beautiful.
That is so nice. Thank you. That
Now I'm
is
telling you,
so
and then
sweet.
when you walked past me the first time, you pointed, and I was like, yes, she is gonna come here. And when you came, because if you wasn't coming to me, I was definitely gonna come eventually.
Yeah.
But when you came, I'm telling you, your spirit is amazing. I love it. I
Thank
love it.
you. Thank you. That's oh, I
Yes.
gotta tell Desiree. I don't know if she's watching yet or not, but
Yes, she said she was, but
okay.
you know, Desiree be on, be off, be on, be off. Yes.
Hmm. Well, I know I invited a couple of people to listen in tonight, and
Amen. Well,
so
I'm
because
glad.
when I saw
Okay.
Sharon Parker post that she knew you and had met you, you know, a few years ago at the Boxing Institute, something, something, something,
Mhm.
you know,
You know,
yeah.
I've done like the reason, not recently, maybe a few years. Um, it's had to been a few years now that
Yeah,
I've seen her, and I remember like she is the kindest. We still on Facebook together. She the kindest, sweetest person.
she is. Yes,
She is
she
so
is.
sweet.
She
And I
really
go
is.
to, you know, she's invited me lately to some events, but like I always have something else, and I be so mad because I want to go there.
Yeah, but she understands that. That's one thing about Sharon. She knows that we're all busy and you know doing
Yes.
stuff, and so I think you're okay, and she'll be so thrilled when you are able to
Oh,
join us.
I will. I'm going to
Yeah.
make time to go. I will.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
That's
let
great.
me see. Okay, do me a favor.
Okay.
Can you tell the people? Oh, first, yes, no, your first that you the first black woman in.
Oh,
All your first.
let me see. All
But
right, so
wait,
I'm the
why are you
first.
thinking about all of them? I want to give you a kudos because I remember you was telling me about your dad and about getting him honored and
Yes.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
saw
you.
it. I said, how amazing. And I saw you posted it again like yesterday.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yes.
Because I
I
was
was
looking
like,
at it and I
I'm
said,
so happy.
thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
I know it
This
wasn't easy.
well, it's such a story. Uh, one of the big TV shows wanted to do the story, but I don't think the military. I don't know. You know, they just.
Okay, yeah.
So my dad died in 1977, and all he talked about right before he died, you know, the whole while, all he talked about was the military was going to give him a 21 gun salute. He
Yeah.
told my mother and all of the kids, you know, there's six of us. He says they're going to fold the flag. They're going to hand it to you. Talking to my mother, he said, and then they're going to. These soldiers are going to come and they're going to have rifles and they're going to stand up there and they're going to give me 21 gun salutes for my
Yeah.
service in two wars. He was he served in
Amen.
two wars.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
so he died on April the 19th, 1970. I'm sorry. He died on April 13th, but they put him away on the 19th of April 1977.
Okay.
So at the funeral, um, they did exactly what they said they were going to do. They gave my mother the flag, but then the soldiers were up to leave. They were about to leave. I said, no, 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 what happened? Because my father lived to die for that 21 gun salute. That's why I fought so hard for it.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we have a captain being buried, and your father's a private, and the captain's over the private. So we have to give the 21 gun
No
salute to him.
way.
That's the other reason why I fought so hard, because I said, wait a minute. He served in 2 wars, and it takes approximately 3 minutes to give up a 21 gun salute.
Well, exactly.
And they left.
Wow.
And so I told my mother, I promised, I said, Ma, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what I need to do, how I need to do it. Daddy's going to get his 21 gun salute.
Amen. Amen.
47 years later, to the day, he got his 21 gun salute.
Get it. Hey.
I wrote, you know what, Tori? I wrote 6 sitting presidents. I wrote the Pentagon, the Veterans Administration. I wrote all kind of military. I mean, it was just a 47-year journey. And finally, when it was going down, did you see the king and the prince there from Ghana?
I'm not sure. I scrolled it and I saw it, but I was just, when I saw it, I was, my mind, like when I'm on that Facebook, my mind ain't on everything. It's not. My mind is everywhere. You know, it is everywhere because most of it is foolishness.
Yeah. So we got his 21 gun salute out, and that just gave me room to sleep late, you know, because I worried about it for years. I worried, why won't they give my father his gun salute?
And when I saw it, I was my heart was happy because I said, she talked about it and you never gave up. I'm telling you, your drive and everything that you've done that I know about you, you never gave up.
And I'm still fighting this comedy game. I'm still fighting, but I love it.
That's right.
So with respect to, I'm the first Black female impressionist. I'm going to say the first Black female woman of color impressionist in the history of this great nation.
Amen.
I'm the first. I'm the first Black girl associate writer for Saturday Night Live.
Amen.
I am. Oh shucks! It piles up on top of each other. Shoot, I forget where I was, what I was doing at the time.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. People ask me about boxing, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't even know. Yes, but you are the first Black woman in so much, and I'm so proud of you.
I wrote a book, so I'm kind of like the first Black girl comedian to write a book about my life, and it's called Almost There, Almost: The Many Faces of Sylvia Morrison.
Do you have a cover, a book, so we can see? Yes. Let's go, guys. Y'all see it, order it. Tell us where we can get it from.
You can get it from Amazon. They have all 3 of my books because I have 3, but this is my autobiography. This was the first one. Or if a lot of times people say, well, Sylvia, can you autograph it for me? Not if you go to Amazon, but if you come and if you DM me, I can send you a copy of this autograph.
Look at that. Look at you.
So
y'all better get on it. Get on her Instagram or Facebook, something. Oh, you about to get my DM, okay? Because I need one of those.
Thank you.
And I need my sign, please, because I ain't going to Amazon.
I know you do, Tori. My goodness, yes. So it's
Amen.
It's been quite a journey. I've fought a long time in this comedy world because there was a time when they wouldn't put women on shows, on the comedy shows. And, you know, I just lost it one day. And I said, you know, 80 to 90% of your audience is female. Yeah. All the big comedy shows, 80 to 90% of your audiences are female.
Exactly.
So the least you could do is put one on. But you know what? There's this one guy who's a promoter, and he kind of helped me understand what the deal was. He said, Miss Sylvia, we would love to put females on the show. He said, but we have to put names on the show that can draw people so we can sell tickets. Otherwise, if we can't pay you, we can't do the shows. And they said, if we put Rita Taylor on the show and nobody knows who she is, who's going to come and see her? And I said, okay. But at the same time, you could put a big name female on the show then or something, you know.
Exactly.
So I fought for that for a while. Yeah.
Wow. That is something. It said when I was looking that you were an actor, and it said a movie, but I don't remember. You was an actor in a movie?
I have a movie currently out, and it's called The Mecca of Comedy. It's really, it's like a documentary, but it's a movie. It's a film.
Okay.
And what it does is addresses Washington, D.C. and the talent that came out of Washington, D.C., like Martin Lawrence, Dave Chappelle, Tommy
Mm.
Davidson, Wanda Sykes, Andy Evans, Chris Thomas, myself, Robin Montague, Tony Wood. It's so many people.
All
Greg
the
Cooper.
fire ones.
Yeah,
That's what. That is so good.
so that's on Amazon Prime or
Okay.
Apple TV and Tubi. It's
Okay.
streaming right now. It's streaming.
It's
And it's
all right,
actually
guys.
free
Y'all
on
heard?
Tubi.
You better get Amazon Prime because that's what I'm gonna watch it on.
Okay, all right, yeah, and Tubi is free, but I think I don't know because I don't watch it about 15 times. I was like, oh my god. Um, I think one of the highlights, a couple of the highlights of my career, uh, came with touring with Whitney Houston.
Okay.
I toured with Whitney Houston in 23 cities, and it just happened to be one of those things that just happened. I guess God said, I got a real good job for you, Sylvia. You're going to like this. And so Whitney Houston took me out on the road with her for 23 cities. And I was like, really?
Whitney Houston.
And
That is
it's
huge.
always these big names. So
Yes.
that's another reason why I know that this was my calling.
Amen.
Because even today, like George Wallace called me up a couple months. He was going around the country and he said, Sylvia, I want you to come and do a couple shows with me. I want you to come and do a couple of shows. And sure enough, I went out on the road with George. And then Monique invited me to her residency when she had a residency. And I did like 6 shows with her on a residency. Nobody calls people on their residency to do shows, but Monique did. As a matter of fact, she was on the Shay Shay show. She was being interviewed by Shay Shay. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see it, but I will. I'm gonna have to pull that up.
Okay. And at the end of the show, she started talking about this woman in comedy who her first pay for comedy was a Coca-Cola. And her second pay in comedy was a Coca-Cola and $5.
Get them.
And she's so upset about that. And that comic was me. Yes. My first payment was a Coca-Cola. And then I got paid the second show, same club, a Coca-Cola and $5.
And $5. I have done the same, but not for no Coca-Cola. They didn't give me anything. How about I had to pay them as a female? Yes, ma'am. As a female in a male sport. When I first started boxing, I wanted to be on this fight. I remember it so at George Mason, and I wanted to be on this card. And they said, well, you pay the money, you can get on. And I had to pay 2 times. I paid to fight.
They just do us, the women.
In
Oh
a
my
kind of way. But
God.
it's okay because we do it and we paved the way for the others.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
That's right.
that's where I get it. Like my heart is full because just like you got that Coke and $5, like, but look at what you did for so many that came behind you.
Yeah. Well, that's not, yeah, you too, because we don't know a lot of women who were actually had heart enough to get into a ring. I don't even know
Exactly.
where the heart comes from because, see, I would be up there at the ring. They would be ready to sit. My folks in my corner would be sitting there, but I'd do this. But for you to have that kind of heart, Tori, come on now. It's like how did you? I mean, you had to be a brave sister. Seriously, all jokes aside,
Yeah.
you had to be, and to actually pay.
Yeah.
That speaks to you. That speaks to your integrity. It speaks to your drive. It speaks to your desire. It speaks to so much
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you had to do in order to make this happen. And
Yes,
I'm going to be one of the ones. I don't know if I'm going to be one of the first ones, but I appreciate you for that.
Amen.
Thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
that. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
making it so that these young girls coming behind you
Yeah.
can be okay with what they're doing. Because that was, girl, I'm waiting on your book. I'm waiting on it. I need to read it. I need
Yes,
to read
ma'am.
it. That's
It's
just
coming.
incredible. That's just incredible
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you'd be willing to do that
Oh, yeah.
just so you could get a shot. That's It's a shame that they did us like that,
It
but
is. It
it's,
is. But everything happens for a
come
reason.
on, here we go.
Everything
This is
happens
it
for a
right here.
reason.
Mm-hmm.
And God knew what He had made us for. And
Amen.
just like they gave you them 3 minutes, they gave me that time to fight in that ring, and we shine. And now they paying us big.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
right. That is absolutely
yeah.
correct.
And it's the other women that's coming, they getting paid big as well.
And
Some of them bigger.
think about if you hadn't done it. Think about if
Amen.
you had said,
Yeah,
I ain't paying, I'm not doing it.
yeah,
But see, the love that you had in your soul for
yes,
fighting,
ma'am.
for boxing, it was just in you. There's really nothing you could do about it, Tori.
So
It
true.
was it was it was in you to do it. And I think God said, just, I got you.
Yeah,
Just go ahead and do it. And you did.
I
And
did.
it's like, good Lord. I
We,
told you they said, come on, Sylvia, it's time for you to go in the ring. I would have said, I'd rather go on a watch, not a ring. Give me the watch. I don't want to go in this ring. So kudos to you. Kudos
thank
to
you.
you for
Thank you.
opening the doors, many doors.
And
So
kudos to you as well.
thank you. Thank you so
Because
much. So
you've
it's like,
opened many and many and many of doors and more than one thing.
I put up a post, Tori, maybe 2 days ago, and a radio station had asked me to send them some of the people that I've worked with in my career, and it was like I was amazed at all the names that I came up with. Even the one-nighters. Um, I had of course Dick Gregory, Muhammad Ali, Richard Pryor. Then I had folks from one-nighters like Shaka Khan,
Wow.
Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Temptations, the Four Tops. It just went. It was like and I was like, you know what, God, thank you, thank you,
Amen. Yeah.
thank you for that, because it was like, okay, I've been working, I've been working.
And and just to look back and see who can say that. Who else can say that as a first Black female impressionist? Like, who can say it? And all the people that you've worked with of
Yeah.
all colors, all nationalities. It's amazing. Amazing.
When you watch the Mecca of Comedy, um, the first time I watched it, I was so full, overwhelmed with happiness, because I heard these brothers, Tommy Davidson, Kevin Lee, comics who are, yeah. And they started talking about Sylvia Traymore Morrison. I was like, they never told me none of that stuff, but it was wonderful. It was so wonderful to hear them speak. And so when you get a chance, I want you to go watch it.
Oh,
You
I
said you're going to
will.
watch it on Amazon Prime.
I definitely am. I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna put like my little, it's about, yeah. And other people gonna watch it too. You better
I know
believe
that's
it.
right.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
so what's next for you, Tori? What do you?
Right now, I don't know. Desiree, when I say Desiree have me rolling,
Okay.
I know I have a documentary that I'm doing with someone that I'm doing an interview, like, they're interviewing all the female fighters or the fighters that had a hard time getting in,
Yes.
and
Yes.
starting, and being that my story is so big, starting late. I actually had signed a contract with Octavia Spencer, and she was going to do my story, but then the pandemic hit, and it was like a lot
Oh,
of,
oh
yes,
God.
I was just like,
Yes.
wow.
Oh,
But
wow.
if it's by God's grace, if it's meant to be, it'll be. She'll come
Yes.
back.
That's right.
If not, somebody else will come and take it.
That's right. Yeah, because it's not our time. It's about His time.
Exactly.
It's about His
Exactly.
time, and
Yep.
that's what helps me keep moving, because um, it's like every time I get like a little low about, oh my God, what's next? God will send something that's mind blowing. Like I was really trying to figure out what am I going to do next, and Sherry Shepherd calls me.
Oh, wow.
It calls me up, "Okay, I want you to come on my show," and I'm like,
Ain't it? Won't he do it? I'm telling you. You just got to wake up, pray, and thank him and live, and he'll just put everything in line.
In line. Yep. Yes,
And
he
like
will.
wait on him.
I hope my friend Day Day is listening because she really, what you just said, she's heavy on that. She's like, in
Yes,
God's time, they'll do this and so forth. So that's
yes.
great.
Well, Daddy, you keep telling her every day and don't let her forget it.
She's gonna love that. And so that's interesting. Yeah, you deserve a documentary or something
Yeah,
based on
it'll
your
come
life.
in time. It'll come, in his time, in his time. And obviously, when the pandemic hit, it wasn't my
Well,
time yet.
no, it wasn't time. It
No,
just
it
wasn't.
wasn't time because she came out of nowhere. Like it was her and The Rock. They both
Mm.
was bidding, to do my story. And of course, I love The Rock, but I love Octavia Spencer.
Oh, girl, soon as you said her name, I almost took a back. I almost went back
I'm
like,
telling you, she
wow.
is so. And let me tell you, when she called, I had her. She was on my phone, like her person called, like her assistant, whatever called, and was like, Tori Nelson. I was like, yes. Well, can you hold? We have someone that want to speak to you. And I was like, I'm thinking it's a
Yeah.
yeah, a spam or something. And I'm like, I don't owe no bills. Like, what they calling me for? And they said, hold. And she came back. She said, hold for Octavia Spencer.
Oh my God. I know
Let
you.
me tell you, my mouth open. I was in shock. I mean, shock. I couldn't believe. And I was like, Lord, when she got on the phone, she just was she said, girl, forgive me. I'm cooking. I'm in here doing it. I was like, what? I,
She must have really, when she heard your story, she must have really been touched by
yes,
it and
yes,
said, you know what, I can do this. I can do
yes.
this. Yeah,
And I pray if it's God's will, she come back around because I want her to do it. I want her to do it.
she would do it.
Yes, her
It's gonna
only.
happen.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna happen because
oh
you
yes.
trust God.
In his
It's
time.
gonna, I'm so excited because I'm gonna call up to the studio and say, "Oh yes, could you tell Tori that Sylvia is on the phone?" Well, she's in front of the camera right now, ma'am. Okay, well just have her to call me back. Just do that.
Yes, oh my yes. But yes, so it'll come. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know when.
Okay. Oh, and you know what I meant to tell you? I am starring in a one-woman play entitled "The Return of Jackie Moms Mabley," and honoring 8 different divas from the time when Jackie Moms Mabley was living. Written by Andy Evans. Um, excuse me. It is an opportunity for me to pay homage to some of the women like Josephine Baker, Nancy Wilson,
Mhm.
Sarah Vaughan, what is Ella Fitzgerald, who's the scat queen, and just all of that to Pearl Bailey. So it'll be coming near you guys. I know we're coming down south, so I'll keep you posted.
Please keep me posted. I definitely, you know, we're gonna have lunch. Like we
Okay,
have to. Cause you
okay,
right here, you in the back door, like it's
right,
right
right,
here. So,
right.
and I know we spoke on it, but we both be so busy, but we're gonna have lunch.
Yeah.
I'm making my business.
Okay, and I'm going to thank Chad Beadle as well for having you there that night because
Yeah.
he was when I think about how funny he was, he said, Sylvia, let me show you this. So he said, I'm going to give this to Tori, and you were somewhere sitting down, and I looked at it and it was like a plaque
Yes.
thanking you,
Oh my
and
God.
I said, Chad, I didn't even really know you then, but I said, I promise you, she's going to love it. I knew from your personality you were going to love it and be
Love
appreciative, thankful, all of that good humble stuff. I knew it. He said, "You think she'll like it?" I said, "I know she'll like it. I
it.
know she will like it."
Let
And
me
then
tell
then
you,
you love it. Then you just love it.
I still love it. I love my play because it's honoring me for what I've done. I'm telling you, that plaque, I cried.
Of
I couldn't cry
course,
in front of y'all, but I
yes,
cried
I believe it. I
because
believe it.
for somebody to think of me that much, to give me a plaque to honor me.
Wait a minute, Tori. Okay, I get that, but you gotta, we have to think about what you've done too.
Yes.
We've got to think about, he didn't just get that plaque because you were going to be at the show. There had to be a reason. He had that made.
Yes.
Okay, so nobody's going to be giving nobody no piece like that. And
Exactly.
he had that made with your name and everything on it.
Yes.
I loved it. And
And
then
he
at the
told me
end,
on it. I'm
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
at the end he called me at the and had one made for me. He said,
Yeah.
just you and Tori. Just you and Tori. I said, she's like my little sister. She's like, she really is, and you really are. I'm happy that we made
Thank
acquaintance. I
you.
really am.
I am so thankful we met. I'm telling you.
Okay.
You just make my heart I'm telling you, I love it.
That is so sweet. That's that
Okay, I
humble.
have one question. I have two before we leave.
Okay.
Okay, can you tell us, because for the ones my age and probably maybe a little young, we know Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
But tell us, how in the world did you get that? As the first, of course, y'all, she the first again, the first black female as the
Associate
writer.
writer. Yeah. Associate writer. Yeah. Saturday. Well, it was the night of that they roasted Muhammad Ali, right? Tori,
Uh-huh.
when I tell you the people that were on that roast panel, we're talking Muhammad Ali. And Richard Pryor was supposed to host, but he didn't. So I was called in. Dick Gregory, a friend of mine, one of the girls that went to Europe with us, told Dick Gregory to get me. She said, Sylvia will handle it, okay? So he did. And after the show, well, I had to introduce, there were such big stars on the panel. The one I remember the most, because it's been a long time, 1979, was when I had to introduce Harry Belafonte.
Okay.
Now
Oh,
think about this. He was at the finest. Man was so fine you couldn't even look at it without your eyes hurting.
get
So there I was, and I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, here's Harry Belafonte." And all I could think about at that moment was, "Deo, deo,
Damn.
like come and we wanna go home." And I was like, "Oh God." I know I almost sung it, but and so after the roast, Garrett Morris, who was the first black guy on Saturday Night Live, came to me and said, Sylvia, you got to meet my boss. He's going to love that you do impressions. I'm telling you, he's going to love you. So about 2 days later, they sent the limousine, NBC sent a limousine for me. And I went over to NBC, met with Mr. Lauren Michaels in his office along with Garrett. And he offered me a job as an associate writer right on the spot. He said to me, you can help us, because every time we try to do a skit on black women, it just fails. So maybe you can help us to boost it.
Get out.
That was the reason. That was why he invited me
Wow.
to join their cast.
I'm telling you, you got favor. When I see you, don't think I'm crazy, but I'm a rub on you because I need that favor that you got on you. You got favor.
It was like so nuts, I'm like,
Wow.
it's just, here I am hosting the roast of Muhammad Ali. And the place
Wow.
was, when I tell you the place was packed, it was probably, if the fire department had come in there, they'd have shut us down. Seriously, that's we were at the Apollo Theater.
Ooh.
The Apollo Theater. And it was just an amazing, amazing time. And Jim Brown, Fred Williams, all these sports players were on the team, on his the roast team. And LaWanda Page from Sanford and Son. And it was like it was just incredible.
Wow.
And I did not realize at that time how big that was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know that it was all of that. I just figured, I knew I was going to be at that roast. If I had to crash it, I was going to be at that roast.
I know that's right.
I was like you. My determination was, shoot, I'm going to do it. I'd have paid to be on the roast. Okay.
Exactly. Yes,
I
ma'am.
get what you were dealing with when you
Yeah.
decided
Yeah.
you were okay with pain.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I bet you didn't even realize that you were going to be opening doors for so many people. I bet
Not
you
at
didn't
all.
realize it.
Not at all. I just knew I wanted that opportunity. It was in me. I had trained so hard. I was like, okay, I want it. My coach
Wow.
said, you sure? I said, I'm sure. Let's go. He said, all right.
Good for you. I
Yeah.
mean, I just love that. I love it because
Yeah.
I don't get to hear too many Black females tell their story
Exactly.
that's powerful.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
a big. Black women are getting paid hugely now.
Yes.
So
By
I'm gonna write.
God,
I'm gonna
thank
write
you.
each one of them. Tell them to write you a check for at least 20,000. Everybody, each one of them. They got money in
Everybody.
there.
Everybody. Yep. And I'm going to be waiting, okay? Yes, Lord. Okay, so my last thing.
Okay.
Who is your favorite person to imitate?
Wow. Mm. You know what? There's so many from the early days, and then now. What happens is actually, uh, if I'm on TV or whatever, and they ask me to do somebody, I go straight to Whoopi Goldberg because everybody knows Whoopi.
Yeah,
Um, they just, and then when they hear it, they love it.
yeah.
So
And
that's
it's
I
so
probably have to
spot
say that.
on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
don't you get that back in the day it would be Diana Ross. I would go all through my whole Diana Ross thing. But today it's I just started doing Fantasia, and
No.
I just started, so I'll be trying her out in the next couple of weeks on my shows. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. You got to tell me. You got to tell me.
yeah, she's like, everybody kept saying Fantasia, you can sing, baby. So I did. Every now and then. It's just I'm looking forward to it. I'm so, oh God.
You are so amazing.
Thank you, Trish. Thank you for having me here.
No, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. I
Okay,
feel
so
special because I'm one of the first people to
yes,
come on your podcast.
you got that right.
I'm in the top 5, I
You
think.
in the top 2.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I'll take it. Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
you beyond 5. You
Okay.
up there. The champ is here. Yes.
Well, I'm going to take you up on us going to lunch. We're not that far from each other, so we
Yes.
need to do that. And
We will.
I'm afraid to tell anybody because everybody's going to want to go. Can I go, Sylvia? No. This is me and Tori.
Yes, it's gonna be
The only person that can join us is Desiree.
exactly.
If she decides she wants to come, because Desiree ain't no joke. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you,
Serious. Oh my
is
God.
and she is always somewhere. And it doesn't matter what time you call her because we're on 2 different time zones.
Oh, wow.
So I can call her or text her any time of the night. She on it, or any time of the day in the morning to me, and it's midnight to her, or if it's in the middle of the night, she on it. I'm like, wow, this lady.
That's a blessing to have
She
someone in your
is
corner like that. That's a
you better
blessing.
say it.
Yeah.
Desiree is bigger than a blessing to me. People have no idea.
I believe you.
No idea. She is just favor from God. That's all I can
I,
say.
I believe you. I really do. I do.
She is, and I'm so grateful and thankful for her. And I tell her, and just every day I speak to her, I have to tell her, I'm so thankful.
That's your
But
humble heart. You have your heart. That's what it does for you. And that's probably why when they do release your documentary, it's going to be huge.
amen,
Huge. Because
amen.
it's so what's interesting is, and I don't know if this is true or not. I know we gotta go, but I gotta say this before I leave. It's like a lot of people have no clue who you are yet.
Mhm.
A lot of people do have a clue who you are. And that kind of sets the stage for
Yes,
a very
amen.
successful doc.
Thank
That's very
you.
successful. So
Amen.
I'm rooting for you. I got you in my heart, and thank you again for having me on the show.
Thank you. Okay, can you take us out with the First Lady, Miss Obama, Michelle?
Well, you know what?
Michelle
When I
Obama.
When I do Michelle, it's visual.
Oh
I
yes,
have to comb
yes.
my hair. You know,
Cause
I
you
gotta
do
say,
that.
I can't do, I can't show them, and it's always a surprise for my audiences. But
Let me tell you.
I'll take them out. Take you out with another one of my favorites is
Okay.
Dionne Warwick.
Okay.
What do you get when you fall in love? You only get lies and pain and sorrow. So for at least until tomorrow, I'll never fall in love again. I'll never fall in love again. See you later, everybody. Thank you. You're too funny. That is funny.
You are amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Let's talk soon now, okay?
We will. You have a blessed one.
Thank you. And tell your daughter and son I said hello.
Yes, ma'am. I definitely will.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, guys, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all next Sunday, 7 o'clock, live. Okay? We'd be surprised at who the next one is. And don't just take these and look at them for entertainment. Look at it to teach you something. Take something. Hers was never give up. She never gave up. She was the first Black female in so many things. She never gave up. Even as doing the 21 count for her dad, she never gave up. So that's your thing today for this week. Never give up on whatever you're doing. Do it with everything. Put God first and work hard and never give up. Y'all have a blessing. I'll see you next Sunday. Peace.